Hello and welcome to another EnsoV gaming video, and today we'll be doing the Reunited High Seas Pirates event, which is a kind of weird name, but pretty much it's like every day there's going to be a different admiral that you can face off against to earn points, which is actually just added up together from the community. So really, if you want to, you don't have to do any of these events, and you'll probably your community always pretty much clears out all the events. So the grand prize is pick your own legend at 40 million, I think. And at 30 million we get a random legend pool, so probably we're going to get those in the next couple of days. Just hang out and you'll probably get them. But if you actually want to run the events, today will be Aokiji, there'll be a different marine tomorrow, and then the day after that the other marine. It's either Kizaru or Akainu, I'm too lazy to look it up right at this moment. And then it'll loop back around one more time and then the event will be over, but that's fine. At 1 million points we also get that new Croc and Mr. Bones, not Mr. Bones, Mr. One, his name's like Daz Bones or whatever, which is pretty cool since it's a global exclusive. And as you can see, probably there's 3 difficulties of this event for each admiral. There's 10 stam, 30 stam, and 40 stam. 10 and 30 stam are like super easy, like you don't even have to try to beat them. So I'm not really going to cover those. I'm just going to cover 40 stam because that crap is super hard. And this is the team I'm going to be using: Neko, Bato, Marigold, Senate Sonia, and G5 Smoker. It's pretty play to play. I mean, it's not pay to win, I don't think. Like, it's not crazy, but yeah, this event's pretty hard, but it's nice that I guess you get to use the bow sisters for once. Bato is mainly the most important thing to have because you need to tank a hit, well, 2 hits really in 1 turn against Aokiji. G5 Smoker's there just because he's one of the boosted units, so he's a higher attack, and he's a dex unit against the quick unit. And obviously he's a striker. Senna Sonia and Marigold are really nice because obviously they give you the attack and conditional attack boosts. And you can't use an ore booster against Aokiji, and you can only use 2 specials a turn, and since their specials last 2 turns, that's really, really good for this event. Neko obviously, because he's a powerful captain, there's not much to talk about that. This is a pretty simple team to beat Aokiji with. It's like, probably like 100% rate, like it's pretty hard to fail with this, unless you like miss your perfects or something. So with all that said, let's get started. So there's nothing really to talk about on the first 2 stages. You can stall your specials here if you need to, but since you're going to have to stall like 10 turns on stage 4, there's no real need to stall with this team specifically. Yeah, the only thing you have to be careful of is of course these guys. They actually hit for a crap ton of damage. I think if they both hit you, you just die. Like, they do a lot of damage. But thankfully not too much HP, and their perfect barriers only last 1 turn anyway, so it's not too much to worry about. Just take out the turtles. And on to stage 2 again. These guys are not too bad either. They just have a lot of defense. So you can see here, you just have to hit them with like high combo hit barriers, high combo hit like units. So Marigold and Senna Sonia will do a crap ton to them, and usually one-shot them, I think, as long as you hit your perfects. And they clear them out after 2 turns, nothing too bad. And on to stage 3, which is Smoker and Hina. Smoker will silence driven characters for 10 turns, which is super annoying, as well as putting up that blue shield for 2 turns. And then Hina won't do anything until turn 3, where she will bind your friend captain in middle row for 4 turns, sorry, so you want to kill her first. And if it wasn't for Smoker, this would actually be a pretty fast run. Otherwise it takes like 5 minutes just because you have to wait out this stupid silence. But this team is pretty safe, so I think that's the trade-off, I guess. Plus these guys don't really do any damage, so for the most part you don't have to use any specials into Aokiji. So you just have to slowly beat this guy down. Thankfully the blue shield only lasts 2 turns, so you have a pretty easy chance to kill him considering he only has 600,000 HP and you have 3 Psy units. Now on to Tashigi. She has 700,000 HP, attacks every turn for 6,400 damage, and halves your attack for 3 turns on preemptively. So you just want to kill out the guys in the back and then just wait out the silence. But unfortunately after this turn she puts up a damage threshold thing for 5 turns, so you have to wait that out as well. I mean, like, it's shorter than the silence, so it doesn't really matter all that much. I guess if you find a team where you can add a damage reducer other than Bato, who isn't driven obviously, then you can just clear this out faster, like kill Tashigi on turn 1, then kill the mobs on turn 2, or just kill everyone on turn 1 and then just go straight to Aokiji. Well, you actually still have to wait out the damage. She halves your damage for 3 turns, so you have to wait that out at least. So kill her on turn 1 and then like still 1 more turn on the mobs and then go to stage 5. But with this team, you don't have that luck, so you're just gonna have to keep waiting. Unfortunately, you have so much HP that it doesn't really matter at all. But she does actually hit for a decent amount of damage. Plus, this team doesn't have level 5 auto heal, just because G5 Smoker and my Bato don't have auto heal, which kind of sucks. But still fine. I live like a couple thousand HP, which is more than enough anyway. One final turn. As you can see, all plan to not kill her, just in time. And then this stage obviously you just kill her, and then you go on to Aokiji himself. This stage actually drops like universal skill books, which is nice. And then out to Aokiji, he has 6.3 million HP and only lets you use 2 specials a turn, which is insane. Not only that, you can't use an orb booster, so good luck doing all that damage. Plus, at the end of this turn, he'll do 27,000 damage, even if you delay him. So that's why Bato is so useful. Just tanks it up right up. As you can see here, I'm just going to attack with the Dex units last. Also, it makes perfects harder to hit, which is annoying considering he has a 2-hit perfect barrier. And this turn is nice though, is that he changes all your orbs, and it seems to be like only coloured orbs that I can see anyway. So you can use Neko, and use Marigold, and then you just attack him down. Having both Sandersonia specials up should be more than enough to do the remaining amount of damage. And then G5 Smoker picks up most of the damage because of his stat boost. I don't even use him, so you can actually use anyone instead of G5, so that's pretty nice. So that's the whole thing. Not terribly, like, it's not the hardest thing, but like it is pretty difficult for the majority of players to beat, I think. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you have any other teams, post them in the comments below. Join the Discord if you like. If you're feeling generous, you can donate to the PayPal. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, my nakama.